Rutherford, New Jersey. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Carolina Panthers and the New York Giants. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jones on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. They find some open field here. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Well, so much for that possession.
Yeah, I think he tried to do a little too much there, partner. He tried to keep it himself. Ended up getting buried in the backfield, and that brings up 4th down.
This is off the left upright, and it comes back. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game. So distance not the issue there. He had plenty of leg to get it there. It's that darn upright getting in the way.
Always gets in the way of a good time, doesn't it? Because he hit it square, too. Sometimes you can bank one in if you get it on the end of the football. No such luck there for him.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it, and his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
At their own 34-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. There to stop him on the defensive side, Lorenzo Carter.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at their 49-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 38. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Oh, nearly a disaster there on the check down, but they'll get it back.
Intended for.
You tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. This is McCaffrey on the give. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He may try and run for this. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And they'll have the football, but deep in their own territory as he's brought down at the 5. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And this is going to double their room to maneuver, able to get it from the 5 to the 10-yard line.
He was brought down at the 10-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5 now. Jones. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. Jones now on 1st and 10. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. You call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. They'll run for the first time with Saquon Barkley. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Down at the 43-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up
on 2nd and 2. Jones. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. A good rally to the football. Keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Oh, and Jones has just thrown his 3rd interception. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown.
Joey Sly lining up for the point after.
So that's now 3 first-half interceptions, and that last one even costlier as it's returned for 6 points. So as a quarterback, how do you regain your focus?
Well, QB 101 says you never show them that you're sweating. Still act like you're the guy that you've thrown 6 touchdown passes, now 3 interceptions. But he's human. He's got to face up to his teammates. He's got to own up to that. See if he can brace up and also not look over his shoulder and see his backup starting to warm up. It's going to be a tough one for him.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage.
Jones hit and the ball's out. And it's picked up by the Panthers. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Panthers 7, Giants nothing.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown.
On the carry.
Christian McCaffrey with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Panthers add on to their lead. Great call to hand that one off, and his running back did the rest.
Someone read their keys correctly, and on the defensive side of the ball, they certainly did not, because they really essentially were just going to swarm the quarterback. They kind of guessed themselves out of the play, and guess who benefited? The guy with the football.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. TJ Green with a pick. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some
4
time.
yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 42-yard line.
2nd down at 6 now from the 42. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
And it's 3rd down.
And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. And he's going to keep it here. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. They'll run with McCaffrey. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
With the carry for
this drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. This is McCaffrey. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. And it's 2 minutes to play. First half, it's 14-0. Coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. He can run for it, and he will. And they'll get him down right around the 16. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
A 33-yard attempt.
And his kick here is good. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So he gets a shot at atoning for the earlier miss here in the first half and able to knock it through.
And what a relief for him, don't you think? Because how many games have we done where kickers missed one early and never gotten a chance to atone for it the rest of the game? That's a lot to carry around.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it. I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it. You mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that they've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. He's going to take another shot here. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Giants. Darius Slayton, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Giants strike quickly here for 6 points. Maybe that is the boost that this offense needed.
They did nothing the entire half, but out of the blue comes this big shot here. You're exactly right. Like a dunk in basketball, like a home run in baseball, maybe a solo shot. Sometimes you need that big play to get things ignited.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They've had a very solid first half, and as we near the end of that first half, they're just looking for a little more on top of their lead right now.
And when you put together a game plan on offense, you put together what you think is going to be the best possible scenario, right? Hey, we're going to score. These are the plays that are going to do it. But you also put together your counters, meaning after they make adjustments to what you're doing, what do we have to go to next?
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Exactly. So I can't wait to see if we come out of the half, how they're going to go about doing things. Do you just keep running what you ran before, or do you go to your counters expecting those adjustments to happen?
Before that, we'll see the end here of this first half.
16 yards. First down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Out of the pistol, McCaffrey. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
And 7.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Panthers are able to grow their lead.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there. Unable to do so, that makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen.
Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Off the play fake. Jones. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Intended for Darius Slayton. Incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Off play action. Jones. He's got his man on the crossing route. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. A final shot before break. Jones. There goes a deep ball. End zone. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Trey Boston. And he will be out of bounds as time has run out on this first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. On the RPO, that's complete right side. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll be 3rd and 10 now. Third down, here's McCaffrey. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a Panthers first down, 17 yards on the play.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium, because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down.
A loss of 2 yards. And it's third down.
Here's McCaffrey. And he will get this to the midfield stripe, but that's not going to be enough. He's a few yards short. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They'll run for it. McCaffrey. And he's not going to get the first. I don't even think he made it back to the line of scrimmage. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And that will force a turnover on downs. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. 20! And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. It's a gain of 34. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Man open, it's Goodwin. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Ball sits on the 10, 2nd and 5. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal. Now Jones. From the gun, he'll throw. And he will score. Touchdown, Giants. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Giants are able to cut into this lead. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Looking up into the lights, and he muffs it.
1st and 10. The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Second and 6, just inside the 30. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. This will go for 5 up to the 33.
Christian McCaffrey.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. He may try and run for this. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage to the 35. He'll wind up getting 2 there as he does it himself and picks up the 1st.
1st down, Panthers.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
56.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but This offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've got an answer for it.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
On the ground, McCaffrey. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11. At the 40.
This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. Here's a quick throw right side, and it's complete. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12. The last 2 plays, each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12. They'll set up a throw. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. Good contain, no gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, still a long way to go, but trending upward. They scored the last time out, you remember. Then their defense forced the punt. Now, and my goodness, another interception. Kevin King with a pick. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. They give it, and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the 29-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
And it's 3rd down.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he does not get to the first down marker as they stop him at the 19. 9 yards on the carry, but it's going to lead to a 4th down.
A gain of 9 on the play, but it brings up 4th down.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And this one is right through. And that will stretch the lead up to 13. So they settle for just the 3. But clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt. Obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off. But it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again, Jones. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or two shy of midfield. So a holding penalty, and that'll send him backwards.
You know they're trying not to do that. I mean, we know that, right? We talk to them all the time. But sometimes the defensive guys just put you in awkward situations, and you get caught grabbing their jerseys.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. They'll try and burn some clock now with McCaffrey. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Anthony Brown there on the tackle. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
And they'll take a knee as the clock runs under a minute to play.
The keeper. A loss of a yard on the play. And it's 3rd down.
They'll go ahead and take the knee here, and the unbeaten season will continue. So this one is over. A victory for Carolina, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through, and they closed them out with a big-time performance.